Hello there, I'm Sammy Crooks, and I'm a general manager. What does that mean? Well, it means I control all transactions within an NBA franchise. In other words, I sign free agents, such as Andre Iguodala ending up in Golden State, and I make the tough calls as well, such as sending Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett to the Nets from Boston. And let's be clear, when a player doesn't work out, like Rudy Gay on the Raptors, or Rudy Gay on the Kings, I'm the one who gets criticized for it. But I love the pressure. In fact, I feed off of it. Now you may be asking, how did I get here? Well, after majoring in sports management at Stanford, I was able to secure a job with the Austin Toros, an NBA D-League team, and then 2 short years later I was called up to their NBA affiliate, the San Antonio Spurs, to work in the front office. Even though I didn't have the most income in that office, my voice and opinions were heard on a regular basis, and I learned a lot in San Antonio. And now, it's time for me to go out on my own and take over the realms of an NBA franchise. And the team willing to take me on? The Detroit Pistons. Now this team has a lot of history. They dominated the Eastern Conference for most of the 2000s, and they won a championship in the process. And then of course there's the bad boy Pistons of the late 80s, early 90s. As far as the fans, they'll support a team that deserves it. And this seems like the perfect place for me to start my general manager career. Yep. I'm going to Detroit, which is by far the happiest you ever heard someone utter those words. My God, people in this office love to talk. I'm trying to get some work done. That's probably why y'all have sucked for so long. Oh, what's this? Oh, now I get a phone call? Oh, it's the coach, Stan Van Gundy. What's going on, coach?
Hello, Sammy. Are you settled into your office?
Am I settled in? Yeah, I'm good to go. I was actually about to, start getting to work.
Well, that's good. Listen, come downstairs and let's discuss this roster.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute. But, Coach, you feeling okay?
I got a bit of a cold.
Yeah, I can tell. It sounds like somebody, turned your pitch down. Well, 'tis the season, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yep. Well, anyway, I'll be there in a second. You can't be serious.
No, you heard me, Sammy. This team cannot win with Brandon Jennings as the point guard.
Coach. Was Jennings a bit of a ball hog in Milwaukee? Yeah, he was. I'll admit it. But did you see the teammates he had? I mean, here, he's actually got guys he can pass to who can finish plays.
It doesn't matter who he has around him, Sammy. Me and you both know that Brandon Jennings is a shoot-first point guard who would rather be on SportsCenter than actually be on a winning team.
So you're not going to even give him a chance? I hate to break this to you, Coach, but he's the only playmaker we have. He's the only guy we can run offense through.
Oh, please, Sammy. This offense will be run through our front court. With Andre Drummond, Greg Monroe, and Josh Smith, we'll dominate teams in the paint.
Look, Coach, you know how I feel about Drummond and Monroe. I mean, me and you both agree that those two are the cornerstone of this franchise, but they're not there yet. And Josh Smith, he has to play small forward on this team because, like you said, we have Monroe and Drummond, but he can't stretch the floor. All his scoring comes from inside the paint, but because of our big men, it's just going to be a logjam. Smith has no place in this offense at all. We should trade Smith and get a small forward who actually has a jump shot. Andre Iguodala, Luol Deng, Jeff Green. The way I see it, if we have Brandon Jennings, Rodney Stuckey, and then a 3-man who can actually shoot, that will allow Monroe and Drummond to do their work in the paint, and then they've got 3 shooters along the perimeter to help them out.
Oh, you and your new school mentality, shooting threes. No team has ever won a championship relying on jump shots. If we're dominating inside, we won't need to stretch the floor. Josh Smith stays. And in fact, speaking of a trade, I want that so-called point guard out of here immediately.
And who am I supposed to trade Jennings for, Coach?
We trade for Rajon Rondo.
Rajon Rondo? Yeah, that's what we need. Another guy who can't shoot.
Hey, I'll take a point guard who can't shoot but will actually pass the ball rather than Brandon Jennings any day of the week.
Alright, calm down. Calm down. Let's think about this. You want Brandon Jennings gone. I want Josh Smith gone. We're at a stalemate here. What do we do?
What do you mean, what do we do? We trade Brandon Jennings.
Coach, listen, okay? The organization just paid these guys a lot of money. We have no choice but to play them. Tell you what, let's give it 20, maybe 30 games, and we'll see what this team is, okay? If we're struggling at that point, We'll look at this team and we'll decide which one of these guys, if one of these guys, need to go. Okay? At that time, I will begin to call other GMs around the league and see if there's a way I can get Brandon Jennings or Josh Smith out of here. Does that sound good?
I'd prefer if you start calling now, but fine. 30 games. And when Brandon Jennings disappoints me, I want him out of here.
If we get to that point and we both feel Brandon is the problem, then okay. But until then, I need you to be open. I need you to give him the minutes, let him do what he does, and just go from there. Okay, Coach?
Fine. Anyway, I have to get to the film room. It was a good talk, Sammy.
Likewise, Coach. Well, that was awesome. So let's recap. Me and the head coach completely disagree on the direction this team should go in. Freaking great. Oh well, I can't do anything about it at the moment. Who we playing tomorrow? The Wizards. We're opening the season up against Washington. Oh, that should be fun. Anyway, I got a party to get to. About to get turned up.